escuche ese ruido. Let me hear you make some noise. Let me hear you make some noise. I got ruido. I got ruido.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to I Got Ruido podcast. I'm Tony Aga, your host.
And I am Nina, your co-host. And today we are doing an internal pod.
Our first episode of the year of 2024.
We're back, baby.
We're back. I like that. And so we're shooting this episode here at the I Got Ruido studio. And it feels good to be back. We were supposed to shoot this episode last week, but
it didn't work out that way.
We got busy.
I hope everybody had a happy new year and a very Merry Christmas. I know we did, right? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time. I guess I enjoyed spending time with you guys and my parents.
Yes. It was a good year this year because we finally had time to spend. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
My father-in-law and mother-in-law were finally home this year, so that was good. We spent Christmas and New Year's with them. They're always in Mexico all the time with their family, so that was a good little time.
It was a good time. We got to, like I said, we never spend time together. Even me and we literally all live on the same street. We never get to spend time with each other just because everyone's busy. Everyone works.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like everyone just works like a normal job. Like everyone works a normal job, and then everyone does events on the weekends.
Yeah.
In the afternoon. So it's
we're never home on the weekends.
Never, ever.
And we never see each other on the weekends.
So I'm glad to be back. It feels good to be back. Feels good to be next to this lovely lady. We've never done one I think this is our second time doing a video on the couch.
Yes, the second one.
Yeah, this is our second time being on the famous I Got Ruido sofa.
Yeah.
And how do you feel being back?
I feel good being back. I feel refreshed. I feel alive. I don't know if that's a thing. Refreshed. Right? I feel very blessed to be here. I feel blessed to be in this position, and I'm just happy that I'm able to do this pod with you.
Yes. Last year was tough.
Yeah, last year was tough.
It was one of our toughest years, just because it was the first year that we went we both weren't working.
Yeah.
Like we were both entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Self-employed.
Yeah, that was last year was a test of the wills, as you may say. But I think that we're gonna have a happy, great new year this year.
Yes.
We're already 9 days in to the new year?
9 days in, and it's been busy.
And coming into the 9 days, what is I know it seems like cliche and everything, but what is one of your New Year's resolutions for this year, or one that you have that you want to accomplish?
I got two.
Okay.
I got a lot, but I guess my two main ones is gonna be drop more episodes of I Got Ruido. I want to drop more episodes. It's just you guys got to understand that it's super hard to get guests on the show.
Yeah,
super hard because you have to work with their schedule. We got to work with our schedule. Some of them don't even want to come here, just because we're in Lakeland. A lot of people are like out in Orlando, Tampa, everywhere in Florida, and some people are out of state.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of the guests we had were from Texas, so we kind of try to work with everyone's schedule when everyone's down here. So that's one of my resolutions for New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Is to drop more episodes. I gotta read though. And my second one, obviously, is to start another business. The one that we've been talking about. Don't say it. Yeah, I really want to do that.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it just because, we want to start a third business. Is this a business?
I would say it is because we dedicate our time to it.
But you don't think it's like a hobby, because we're not making no money out of it.
Well, yeah, it's like a hobby for us,
right?
I wouldn't really per se it's a business for sure. Like Bluefin, that's your business. Aga Productions, that's our business.
But
this is our hobby.
Yeah, this is a hobby. So we want to start a third business, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm looking at. But anyways, what are your New Year's resolutions? Yay!
Oh my God.
Sorry, it's the fucking caffeine. They put no sugar. It's just straight caffeine
in our coffees this morning. So.
And this is the first episode that we're not drinking alcohol. Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
A great way to start a new episode. No alcohol, because I'm sick of alcohol. We've been drinking so much alcohol. So much.
I'm very, very sick of it. Like, I feel like we, for this holidays and the New Year's, we went
Ham.
crazy. Even last year, too. Like, the end of last year, we hung out a lot with our friends. We went out a lot and we
It was
drank a lot.
yeah, man. Last year was a lot of drinking, a lot, and I
And
hate it. I hate it, and it makes seem like we drink a lot. We don't. We're not drinkers. We only drink when we're around the bad influencia. It is true, man. That peer pressure is a bitch. They will make you drink, and I hate that. I hate that. But when we had a Vizzy in the taco plug,
yeah.
I took their words and they were saying you have to be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
So this year we're gonna say more no, and less yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and this year is gonna be work mode.
This year is. This year has to be work mode. This year, one of my New Year's resolutions for this year.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What's yeah? I'm sorry. I cut you
No,
off.
it's okay. I have 3. Huh? Yeah, it's recording. Sorry, guys. I'm looking over because I'm making sure we're recording. But I have 3 though.
3. Okay. Damn.
My first one is to post more on social media.
Be more consistent
more
on social
active
media.
and
Okay. I
consistent.
like it. Me like it. Me like it a lot.
The second one is I really want to work towards or getting my house.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yes, we want a home this year.
Yes.
We never own a home.
That's our goal for
Yes.
this year.
Damn it. A home. Yeah. Duh.
Even if we don't, if we start the building process, that's fine for me.
Yes.
You know, because we want to build our home. And then my third New Year resolution is just to be a better person, to give myself time, to give me my me time,
Self care.
self care.
I love it.
for
I
this
love
year
it. I
for
love it.
myself.
I love it. I love it.
Because I feel like I'm always a wife, I'm always a mom, you know? So I just need time for me this year.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. You have to. You can't be a mom all the time.
Right.
And that's something I told on the episode, dude. Let's not talk about being parents. I feel like that's all we talk about is always being parents. Like people have to know that we're our own people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, we're parents the majority of the day, right?
All day.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for the kids, I'll be here all day working.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I would be gone all day working.
but I'm like shit. I gotta go. It's like 8 o'clock. I have to go home and have dinner with my family. But yeah. So I'm glad. You know, I didn't even mention that I want to build a house, but yes, we want to build a home, and it's not easy, man. And I say it's not easy because it's very expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, we're small business owners. Just because we own businesses doesn't mean that we balling out here, baby.
No, we don't. Ball.
No, man, we're small business owners, and we're trying to become, you know.
Right.
But yeah, to build a home is crazy, and the thing is, we're trying to do everything on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to hire everybody. We're trying to hire a contractor. You know, not trying to go through a huge company. I just like the process of a build up of a home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that'll be fun.
yeah.
But talking about the build of the home and stuff, have you noticed how crazy the rain and the hurricane, well, not hurricanes, the tornadoes been?
End of days.
Stop.
End of days.
You believe in that? I do.
I used to a lot. I used to believe at the end of the world. I used to be terrified of it. I used to be scared. But I remember one time I asked my grandma, rest her soul. I asked her, "Is the world gonna end?" You know, I'm here asking her, you know, because you're a kid. You ask your elderly,
Right.
and she's like, "The world only ends when you pass. When you pass, that's when your world ends."
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like smoothed me, you know, calmed me down.
Soothed you?
Yeah, it used to give me fucking anxiety thinking about the world ending.
Yeah, I think I need to delete TikTok off my phone because
Yeah.
it's
Well, you know,
a
it's
lot of
meant to
stuff.
do that, right? It's meant to scare you. It's meant to program you. Don't want to get into too much in the rabbit hole, but it's meant. I don't know. TikToking is very, very addicting. And speaking of TikTok, I think I might disable it off my phone.
Yeah, I think I am.
It's so time consuming, and I hear all these successful people like Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
He says I don't have no social media. He's like I have my social media that my team will like post something, but I don't have it on my phone.
You know, a lot of people, that's a lot of people whenever they go into the new year, they delete all of the social media off their
Yes.
phone,
Yes.
and they do it for a week or 2 weeks, whatever it may be, just to give them that break.
That
And
break.
then they said that once you do that, that they feel so much better. Like they, you know how when we get up, our first thing that we go to is
Is our
TikTok,
phone,
Is our
yeah.
phone.
That's
and
bad.
TikTok, Instagram, or
That's
whatever
bad.
it may be. And this girl that literally did it at work, she said that she did it and she disabled it from her phone for a month. And she says that she put it back in her phone and she don't even get on it like she used to anymore because she's so used to not having it.
No, I think it's super addicting. You could just be swiping all night, all
Mm-hmm.
night, and I feel that it's just super time consuming, just sucking your life out. But for us, it's hard. We need social media because a lot of our businesses are
they depend on social media.
yeah,
Look at like this last event that we did, the wedding that we just
yeah,
did.
yeah. Let's talk
You
about the
know,
wedding.
The wedding was awesome.
We just we just did our first event of the year.
Last Saturday,
Yeah, a couple days ago.
and she was the most gorgeous bride ever. Like her party, everything was phenomenal.
Yeah,
I
shout
loved
out,
it.
shout out to them. Shout out to
Carizales.
Mr. and Mrs.
Carizales.
Thank God you said the last name because I cannot pronounce it. I'm really difficult at pronouncing it. But yeah, their wedding, man, they remind us a lot of us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were young.
Yes.
They were young and
They had their first. She was, and it was a beautiful moment because it was the first of everything for her. She was a first time mom.
first time mom.
And her baby was just barely 5 months, and then now she's a first time wife, and it's just so beautiful.
Yeah,
to
we're some
see.
shitty photographers because we just found out that they were parents.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, in our defense, when we do photo shoots before the event. So when they came to the photo shoot, they didn't
I didn't ask.
have no babies,
Yeah.
and it was just them two, and I didn't ask.
And sometimes we
So-
do ask, like, hey, how many kids you guys got, or how are you guys doing? But sometimes there's things you don't ask. And then I guess when I was doing her slideshow, I seen that they had a baby. I was like, you guys have a kid? You guys have a kid? But yeah, man, our first event of the year for Aga Productions, a blessing. Also, we did our first project for Bluefin Painted that same week, and that's the reason we weren't able to do a pod because we were busy working, working. And I was gonna ask you, now that 2023 is over, what is one of your most memorable moments of last year? One of your favorite moments of last year, of the whole year, not just the podcast, but of the whole year.
The most memorable one I can say is when we opened our studio.
The studio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that is a big milestone.
That was a very big moment for us because, well, for me generally, because I always love to listen to podcasts. You got me listening to podcasts, and how
You are my podcast.
oh, you're so sweet. And you know how whenever we first started doing it, we've always mentioned it. We did it in our laundry room. You know,
And we were super judgmental on we
on ourselves.
on ourselves. We're like, nah, what are people gonna say? We're parents and we're business owners.
Right. And I feel like in 2023, us opening our studio motivated us even more to be where we're at today.
Yeah, a
You
whole
know?
year. It's so crazy what can happen in a year. Like starting a podcast first of all. And I'm not just saying this because we doing one, but now I feel like everyone's doing a pod, which is a good thing. I love to see
Right. Blessings for everybody.
blessings to
Mhm.
everyone doing a pod. I love it. I encourage it, but it just feels great to know that we did it. We were able to take that leap.
It was something to show and to prove to ourselves, I think, that we were able to do it and that we did it. You know?
Yeah, and I'm still trying to work on my interview skills.
I
You
think
know.
you do.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm I've never. I have no degree in journalism.
You know what I think? That you doubt yourself too much. I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit. Are you checking for the camera?
Yeah,
to
I can
record?
see. We forgot a course. I have to have a mirror in the back. But yeah, and I feel like you were really shy too. You were like super shy to be on the pod.
Yeah, I didn't want. Well, I mean, the recording of it is fine, but whenever you started talking about doing video,
Video, yeah.
that's when it was like, ugh.
But I think that's what separates us from every other podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Is you have to have a media outlet because people want to see.
Right.
Some people could listen to it, but they're like, no, I want to see how they're acting, and
Right.
And the reason I say that because I remember watching. You remember? Shout out to Wild 94.1, The Wild, right?
Oh yes, I
Uh,
remember them.
Well, I mean, they're still
Well, they're
around.
still
The
there.
Freak Show.
The Freak Show.
I used to listen to them every morning, and you did too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, only if they had like a video platform where I can see their reactions.
And it's true because whenever I go to school and I take the kids to school, 94.1 I always have it on right in the morning, and we always listen to where they play that game. Where they ask the 5 questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would always watch that. Jaden was like, it would be so cool if we could see their faces because I want to see what their faces look like and not only hear their
Exactly.
voice.
So you want to see that
know?
media. You want to see that video media.
Right.
Also, when they used to be like first time callers.
I want to see like when they do that. Like, do they do like this?
Yeah.
Or,
But man, I also want to say thank you to everyone that's been listening this
Yes.
whole year. And thank you for everyone that's been sending us the sweetest messages. We have listeners around the state. I ain't trying to brag, but I'm just saying I'm grateful because for you guys to listen, really, like I mean it. It motivates me to make more. It
Yes.
motivates me to do more because I enjoy this, and for you guys to enjoy. Like for instance, someone wrote me yesterday. They were like, "Dude, this is super entertaining." We're watching I showed you yesterday that they were watching the DJ Gecko interview.
Oh yeah.
And DJ Tronics, and I did that episode a couple, 2-3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And for someone to write me, like, hey man, you're really entertaining. It fucking motivates me because my blood pumping.
Calm down. You have a lot of caffeine.
It's the caffeine, espresso shots.
Oh my god.
And if you want to ask me my most memorable.
Oh,
moment.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You see?
I'm act like you didn't. I'm act like I didn't bring it up. And go.
Okay, so.
Oh wait. Let me get a cup of coffee so I can look like I'm. And go.
Oh my god. No, I can't be serious. What was your most memorable moment in 2023?
My best memorable moment for 2023. I'm glad you asked. It will have to be hitting a year.
Yeah.
Being self-employed. Hitting a year.
That was.
I mean, because you guys gotta understand, I come from immigrant parents. We didn't have family here.
Mm-mm.
My parents were the first ones to come to the state from Guanajuato, Mexico. GTO. We had no one here, like no one. We literally started from the ground up, and that was my most favorite moment of the last year, was to do that, accomplish in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I doubted myself. There were so many days that I wanted to get a job. I was like, I'm gonna go back and get a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. I'm fucking losing. I'm not able to do it. I mean, you remember?
Yeah.
There was months that it was horrible.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like a loser. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like a loser. I felt like a failure just because there was months I couldn't provide for the family,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always used to providing for you guys. You know, for the last 13 years, well, since I've been 18, I've been.
But I don't think that it was that you failed to provide, because you always provided, no matter what.
I mean,
but I feel like you feel like you weren't providing because you were so used to a 9 to 5 and a check every week.
A week,
every
yeah.
week,
Basically, yeah. I was
you know?
used to like a weekly income.
Right, and then
And that was
whenever-
stripped from me.
Right, and whenever you left your 9 to 5, you went from doing a weekly check to a bi-weekly or a monthly
Yeah.
income.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like we had because we're the type of people that we had our 9 to 5, both of us, and then we had our side businesses, and then our side businesses would be our income that we would save, and then or we would go out and do stuff with. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where you felt. That,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
wasn't making a weekly income,
Right.
and it was fucking scary
Yeah, it was.
because like my check used to pay the bills, buy groceries, put gas, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all my check did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got money, Bluefin money. I got money. That's the shit right there. That was us to save up
Yes.
for the kids, to invest for a rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know. It was just it was scary, man. It was scary not to bring a weekly check, and we had to have a conversation with the kids. This is something we never talked about. We had to have a conversation with the kids, and we said, "Listen, the lifestyle that we had a year ago, well, 2 years ago, it's gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna do, extravagant like random shit. We used to just fucking go to the beach, like
On
random,
any given day.
or
just
go to
drive.
Disney World.
Or
you
we would
know.
even go drive up to St. Augustine, you
Yeah.
know, or just do sporadic
We
stuff
were
with
we
them.
were so bad with our money
Mhm.
management. We didn't give a fuck, bro. Excuse my language. We were just like, I can make it rain. We just didn't care how much we were
Mhm.
spending,
Right.
and it was a learning curveball for us because we're like, well, damn, we don't have this income anymore. Which I was making decent money. I wasn't making the best money. Is we still recording?
Mhm.
And the thing was that for me not to have my job no more was terrifying. Terrifying. Dude, there's times that I was telling myself, did I make the right choice?
Mhm.
Did I make the right decision?
Every day you would ask me.
Should I go look for a part-time job?
Mhm.
Should I go get a full-time job? Should I ask for my job back?
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say where I used. Everyone knows where I used to work at the old painting company. But I was like, should I call him back and ask for my job?
No.
And it kind of hurt because he never called and asked me, "How are you doing?
But that's
How's
what,
it
but that's
going?"
where you got to stop and realize that's corporate America.
Yeah.
They
No,
don't
no,
ca-
that's blue collar
well,
America.
They don't care about their employees.
Yes.
As long as you get their job done and they have money in their pocket, that's all they care about.
Exactly. That's what I tell everybody. If you've been at a company, I was at that company for 13 years. No one gives a shit about you.
You gave your whole
Yeah.
life to that company.
Yeah, I gave everything, and I went unnoticeable.
all the time.
Yeah, and I'm already a brown man in America. Imagine. So it's like, I don't know. So now that I'm doing my own thing, I take more pride in it.
Right.
I get to meet my clients. I meet so many people. You guys have no idea how many people we meet.
Mhm.
You know, in the quinceañeras, in the weddings, in the
It was so crazy. Now that you say that, so many people, because we did a party on December 30th. That was our last event.
2 weekends ago.
Yeah, that was our last event for 2023, and it was my Tampa people. Shout out to my Tampa people.
Shout out to my Tampa
I
people.
love 'em.
They always showing us mad love.
Yes, and I was my daughter, because we take our oldest with us, and my daughter, everybody was like, "Hi, how are you?" Coming up to me and my husband, you know, our quinceañeras, you know, their mom, their dad, their tios, their grandmas, everybody, you know, coming up to us saying hi and stuff. And my daughter was like, "Mom, you and Dad are famous. You guys," I was like, "We're not famous, baby.
Yeah, we're not famous.
We just know all these people, and we get to contact all these people,
Yeah.
and I love it. I love meeting all my new people. I love going out to places and them knowing who I am. Like, hi, we went to the party last week, and you know, the girl that he did the wedding for, she came. I didn't even do the photos, and she came up to me like, "Hi, how are
Yeah.
you?"
Yeah, but my
You
kids,
know?
my kids see all these people coming up to us, and they're like, "Dad, you're famous." I'm no. We're not famous. We just do a lot of fucking events. We do a lot of events, so everyone knows us
Yeah.
for our events. But yeah, man, I think that like you know, we got off topic again, which is fine because it's a podcast and we gonna do that a lot. But I think that was my most memorable moment, my most achievement, like just to hit a year working for myself
That's a big accomplishment.
and to take
though.
care of my family.
That's a big accomplishment.
And
I'm proud of you.
and it's all, and I'm gonna give a cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you for having my back, for supporting me, for dealing with my headaches. And I'm not an easy person. Like, she takes a lot, bro. And what I mean, I'm not saying I'm fucking abusive. Don't mix my words. But what I'm saying is like, I'm kind of like a perfectionist, and I hate using that word. But I've told everyone, when I do things, I want them a certain way. When I have something, I want it a certain way.
Tony has a vision for
Exactly.
Even when we go do our photos, Tony does the camera part of it. He lets me do the he does the
Yeah, that's not-
video, and I do
I like
the
that.
camera.
I like that. I don't like that I said perfectionist. You're right. I'm a vision.
You're a visionary. You know.
No,
You know
is
what
that
you
a word?
want. Yes,
Visionary?
yes, it's a word. And it's like when we go out and do our photos and stuff, he poses them because he sees something that he wants it that way. So I take it, and he's like, "Well, can I get the camera? Let me do it." And he's like, "That's the way I wanted it." 'Cause
Yeah.
he already knows what he wants.
And I feel like that's why we never started our own business. We never started a podcast because we thought about it too much. So that's my advice for 2024 to everybody that's on my
Run and gun
listeners.
it, baby.
Just fucking do it, man. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about the name. Stop thinking about what it should look like. All that will fall in place. All you got to do is get yourself some little cheddar, save, and do something. Come up with an idea, and that's it.
And it's okay to have a 9 to 5. You can have that 9 to 5 and
Yes.
invest in your business that you want to do on the side.
Yes,
That's what all you
yes.
got to do. Take that money that you work on. That's what we did. I mean,
Yeah.
I worked a 9 to 5, and sometimes I still go back to my 9 to 5s if I want to start something else. Because, like he said, we want to do something different. We want to open up another business. So in that case, I'm gonna go back, find a 9 to 5, get that 9 to 5 money, and invest into myself.
It took me 6 years to quit my job.
Yeah,
Yeah, it took
Yeah.
me 6 years because we started. I got production 7 years ago. We started Bluefin about 4 years ago. So if you do the math, it took me 6 years to quit my job to finally pull the trigger and say, "Brack!" Sorry, I got the caffeine. But yeah, it took me 6 years to finally quit my job. And guys, we're gonna shoot more episodes. We're gonna drop more. I love shooting the morning episodes.
yeah, these are nice.
These are nice. No alcohol. No alcohol. It feels good to drink straight caffeine.
I was gonna tell you, do you want to go get mimosas?
Mimosa. Do you want to?
I want to.
You want to? We always say that. Like we play these scenarios in our heads. Oh, we're gonna get mimosas on Sunday.
We
never-
don't.
We don't. We
We
get
don't.
so
Like
busy.
I tell him all the time because he tells me all the time. You say all this stuff. I said, yeah, because I get it accomplished in my head,
Yeah.
but I don't do it.
Yeah. All right. I was gonna ask you, what's your most funniest moment of 2023
Oh, that's
of
a
last
lot.
year?
That's a lot.
One of the most funniest moments. It could be anything.
My most funniest, memorable one, I would say, is when we did the podcast with Casamiro, Gotta Chill and Buzz Cocktails.
That was funny.
Only because
That was funny.
the whole thing behind the scenes and while we were doing the pod was just, it was a fun day.
It was a fun
we
day.
had that was funny to me,
All right. All right. Okay. I like that. I
And
like-
yours?
My most all right. I must have fucking said that wrong. My most funniest moment of Haga Ruido
Mm-hmm.
was the Peda podcast.
That
The
one.
Peda podcast had me on my fucking knees, like cracking up, because it's like, shout out to all my lovely ladies out there, but they're girls,
Right.
They're ladies, and for them to be that fucking funny.
And it's like they don't care what you think of them.
No,
They
no.
just go and they love to have a good time, and I love that. They're having a good time, and they also know how to have a good time too,
Yes,
right? You
yeah.
know?
That was one of my funniest
Yeah.
moments on the pod. What was your favorite moment of 2023?
I think my all-time favorite moment of 2023 is when we celebrated Jaden's 14th birthday.
Damn, you made me look a shitty dad. Yeah, that was.
And I only say that because that day I cried all day, guys. I cried literally all day, like just random. Only because he was my first son. He made me a mom first. I did all my first with him, and then on top of that, it just reminded me how much we grew as a couple and how much we grew as parents.
No, yeah, you're
You
right.
know,
you're
because
right,
that's
you're right.
14 years that we've had him, and we didn't even know how to be parents to even begin with.
Yeah,
You know.
I feel you. I feel on that.
So that was like my most memorable thing of 2023 was celebrating his 14th birthday.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forget how old they are sometimes.
We have a lot.
Yeah, we have a lot of kids.
And
Oh,
yours?
my most memorable moment was going to Universal with the kids for the first time ever this year.
Yes.
That was my most memorable moment. We just went Sunday, and I love Universal. It's just a
Yes.
vibe, bro. It's like I ain't never get to do stuff like that when I was a kid. But that was my most memorable moments, to go to Universal with the kids, go to Islands of Adventure,
Cabana Bay.
Cabana Bay, all that. Just staying at the
Yeah.
hotel. That was just like, I love that.
Yeah.
Going to Volcano Bay.
Yeah.
It's just, that was like, like I will remember that forever.
Like those are memories that, and like those faces that you see throughout the whole park the whole time, like it just flashbacks in your mind all the
Yes.
time of how happy they were,
Yeah.
you know?
So 2024, we got a lot of things planned for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna shoot more pods. I promise. We didn't drop a lot. And I don't want to say, oh, we got lazy. No, it's not that. It's just, I'm not gonna randomly throw episodes. I want things to have a meaning to it. I'm really big on that. Like, if I'm gonna drop something, it has to be something. Like this one. This is our first episode of 2024. It's our first internal. We haven't done an internal in a while, so I feel like this is a special one. I just don't want to
Right.
drop them like crazy like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I think we should do at least 2 to 3 a month.
Yeah. I think that should be enough.
We do got a couple guests lined up.
Oh yeah, we do.
We got a shitload of guests lined up.
Mhm.
But guys, bear with us. It is very difficult. It's just two of us. We do have one production team. It's my cousin Chris. He helps me sometimes. Or he's our producer. Shout out to my cousin Chris,
Shout
DJ
out.
Lemon. But
DJ Lemon on the mic. I'm just
DJ
kidding.
Lemon, DJ Limon. Listen, so he's like the one that does help us when we have big guests. So shout out to my cousin Chris, man. My nephew. He's my nephew, right? He's
Mhm.
my nephew. His dad's my cousin. Anyways, we have a lot of guests lined up for you guys, but it's hard to do everything on our own, right?
Yeah, especially when you do everything from beginning to end.
Yeah, like we set up the room today.
Last night you did.
Oh, I set up the room last night, and then I didn't like it, so I had to
he
reset it up.
reset it up all over again.
And then right now I'm gonna import it. Try to drop this before the weekend.
before Saturday.
Yeah.
I want to do it before Saturday.
And blessings, man. All my small business owners, my new business owners, keep getting it, keep grinding, keep going. And
to
yes.
Yeah, and to all the people that want to do whatever you want to do, whether it be content creating, doing videos, podcasts, whatever it may be, I hope that you just do it.
Can you say that one thing where you had told on Vizzy and Mr. Plug that I'm a content creator. I get stares all the time. You said that TikTok you sing. I'm a content creator and I get looks all the time.
Oh yeah, I'm a content creator and of course I get looks at all the time. When I'm in public.
We do. It's just crazy. But we're not gonna drop more vlogs. Vlogs are not. That's something that we're pushing away from.
Yeah, we just do like mini reels on Instagram or TikTok, whatever it is. But I think
this is
Instagram and
enough.
TikTok is
Or we might drop another Agarrido vlog. We did drop one Agarrido vlog. We might do another Agarrido vlog.
yeah.
But a personal vlog, we're not gonna do that. It's just I feel like we're already showing you guys a lot. Like in public, everyone knows my whole life story. Everybody's like, Tony, how was that steakhouse? I said, fuck, how'd you know I was at a steakhouse? I was like, oh shit, yeah, you post everything. So it's like, yeah, it's like everyone knows everything.
Yeah.
And also it's like every time we post something, we're drinking.
Yeah.
So that's giving us a bad look right there.
Right.
Because we're not drunks. We just do cocaine. No, I'm kidding. No, we're like my addiction is caffeine
Yeah.
and food.
Mine's is caffeine and food
That's one of my New Year's resolutions.
and snacky snacks.
Snacky snacks. You a snacky snack. That's one of my New Year resolutions. I'm gonna try to cut off caffeine.
Yes, that's what.
Caffeine and sugar
Yes, I have to.
and fast food.
Oh, that was one of the. I even told him too. Going into 2024, last thing before we closed it out, I said I refuse to give my money to the restaurant this year.
Yeah, we
'Cause
spent
last year,
so much money.
I love to eat. I love to go out to eat. I love to enjoy my time with my family and to go do that.
But we eat out a lot because we're busy.
Yes,
We're
and
so
then it's like
busy.
we don't even want to, and it's like on Saturdays we have no other choice because
On Saturdays you gotta eat
we
out.
have to, and then sometimes we work here late
Or you can pack a lunch up, but they don't even make me lunch during the week.
right. Shut the. Fuck. I said right,
No me hacen lunch entre semana.
but I give you lunch money, so.
But
shut
I
up.
get lunch money. I used to get made fun at work like, dang, Tony, you never bring lunch. I said, they give me lunch money, motherfucker. They give me lunch money. All right?
But anything else you want to add?
I want to, what's an advice or a tip or consejo, whatever you want to call it. What's something you can tell our listeners right now for 2024? Like, what advice do you got for our listeners for 2024?
I would say my best advice to you is do what makes you happy. Whatever fulfills you, do it. And just water your own grass, guys. You know, stay in your lane. That's all I could say. That's
dope.
yeah.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, water your own grass.
Stay in your lane.
Do what makes you happy, you know? Don't worry about the next Jones, keeping up with the Joneses. You got to keep up with yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. I've learned that I have to keep up with myself and do what makes me happy and what's good for me and my family and myself. That's the only advice I have.
That's awesome.
You?
Me? Damn. My advice for everybody listening right now for 2024 is stop wasting time, man. Stop wasting time at the clubs, going out. I know you think we do it, but you know we only do it like. I mean, we do it a lot too. So I should be taking my own damn advice. But stop wasting time. I mean, and what I mean is, spend time with your loved ones. Spend time with your kids. Spend time with your parents, man. Your grandparents. These holidays, I was so grateful to spend time with my mom and dad and to just sit there and enjoy them.
You just looked happy.
I look happy. Yeah, I was happy. I was happy because I got to spend, because they're always in Mexico or we go out, somewhere. So it felt good to spend time with my family. So stop wasting time. And
tomorrow's never promised.
No, tomorrow's not promised, bro. And also find a hobby. I'm not saying start a fucking business, but find a hobby or start a business. Either way, and dedicate yourself to it. Master it. Become amazing at it. And that's what I do. I've only do two things. That's painting and photography. I don't do more. I do this as a hobby, right? Do something that's going to keep your mind straight. Do something and master it. And stop wasting time. That's all I could say.
You sound so sexy.
I did, right? Stop wasting time in this motherfucking streets. You know what I'm saying?
And that's our advice for 2024.
That's our advice 2024. Guys, thank you for listening one more time. I try to not to make it so damn serious. Try to have fun. Try to have a good time. Also, you can find me at Tony Aga on IG, Facebook, TikTok, and where can we find Miss Nina?
It's I'm on all social too. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Nina Aga 91, and then on TikTok I am Martha Arriaga 91. So yeah, don't do that.
That's my Cari Leon face.
Stop! Don't play. That's my man.
Shout out to Cari Leon, man. He got my wife. Jesus Christ. Every time his song comes on, I'll be like,
Oh, I was listening before we go. I was
I'm
listening to
gonna
that
put
song.
a little bit of aluminum foil right here.
Shut up. I was listening to that song yesterday, and the girl was like, "Oh my God, Mom, I'm getting tired of this song."
Yeah, man, she fucking plays a song. I love Cari Leon. Don't get me wrong, but my wife fucking plays out music.
Well, because
Dude.
I don't like any of the other music that comes all the time. Like, nobody wants to talk about getting shot every 5 minutes.
I know.
So
All right, guys. Love you. Blessings. Stay tuned for the next episode of Agarrido. Like I said, we have so many guests coming on. We're trying to get some big names, but damn it, it's hard.
It is hard.
And our
guys.
funds are low. So if you guys want to sponsor or you guys want to help out, and our merch is dropping the end of this month. Sorry,
Yes.
it was we announced it last month. We didn't drop it because the shirts are coming from China. China. Merch is coming
I'll
soon.
spit this coffee.
Merch is coming soon. Love you guys.
Alrighty.
Peace.
We are out, guys.
Out.
Bye.
Bye.
Que se escuche ese ruido, que se escuche ese ruido. Let me hear you make some noise. Let me hear you make some noise. I got ruido. I got ruido. I got ruido. I got ruido.